This is the 4th episode of Spiceworks Live. Today, Mobile Help Desk. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Elise. I'm in marketing here at Spiceworks. If you're tuning in for the first time, this is Spiceworks Live. This is the 4th episode that we've done to cover Spiceworks 6, which is the latest release here at Spiceworks. We're in the beta right now, and there's a lot of really cool stuff in this release. And so we thought this would be a really fun way to get all the latest and greatest about this release out to you guys and give you the opportunity to ask questions about it and just get everyone excited about everything that's happening. Today we're going to be covering Mobile Help Desk, which is one of the awesome features that's now in the beta and available to test. I did want to clarify, I mentioned last week that we'd be covering Knowledge Base. We will be open to answering all kinds of questions about Knowledge Base, so send those in if you have them. Knowledge Base just came out today, if you saw Nicole's blog post. It's now in the beta. And we're going to be doing a special edition around Knowledge Base next week. So just wanted to kind of clarify that. And really excited to talk about Mobile Help Desk. We've got two of the people who have made it happen here at Spiceworks. We're going to have Brandon and Justin doing covering it in an interview and also fielding questions about Spiceworks 6 in general. We're giving Chris the day off. He's been very busy doing all kinds of other stuff as Director of IT, as I'm sure you all can imagine. So he's taking a little break today. But we're really happy to have Brandon and Justin here. Reminder, send in all of the questions that you might have in the chat window on the live stream page, and we're going to be able to get to them, as many as we can, live on the air. And one lucky person who submits a question and has that question answered on air is going to win a t-shirt, a very cool Spiceworks 6 t-shirt. This is what it looks like. Super cool. So as a reminder, we are live today. If you did tune in last week, you'll notice we're in a different location. So behind me is the marketing area. This is where I sit. So this is kind of where all of the people sit that are in charge of getting the word out about all of the cool stuff that the dev guys on the other side of the building are busy building. So kind of going around, we've got a lot of people maybe aren't here that are hard at work, but we've got sort of the email team that sits over there that bring you all of the latest and greatest in your inbox. We've got our social media lounge here at the front with Todd and James. Over in the corner, we've got the designers who bring it all to life. We've got Jay Hallberg's office, which is over there in the corner. He's one of our founders. And we've got some account managers over on this end. And you can probably see Jessica over there. Say hi, Jessica. She's your fearless Spice Corps leader. So all kinds of people back here. You'll probably see them popping in and out. And if you do see some weird or unusual, people, objects, behavior, send those in the live window as well, because we're going to be giving away prizes for those of you that spot some sort of unusual and funny stuff in the background. So speaking of unusual and funny, we have our community manager, Nick, who's popping in to give us a little update on some of the cool stuff that's happening. Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Unusual in a good way, I meant, obviously.
Yes, I wanted to come and remind everybody to register for Spice World 2012. We've got 2 events. So we've got Spice World London coming up May 24th and 25th. And then we've got Austin, October 9th and 10th. And we have just extended the early bird deadline for registration for the Austin event. So you can get the early bird price through the end of May. But don't wait too long, because we do sell out every year, and you don't want to miss this. It's a really good event. You get to come and talk directly with the developers. You can talk to them about your favorite feature requests that we haven't gotten to yet. You can also meet some of the IT pros in the community, like Scott Allen Miller, Andy Phelps. And you can learn from both our developers and directly from the IT pros who use Spiceworks every day and learn all the new features. And then finally, it's a great opportunity to talk to your favorite vendors. They'll all have booths and tables set up there. And we also have a lot of fun. So it's an event you don't want to miss.
And they'll get to meet you too, right?
Yes, that's right. I'll be there. Spicerex will be there. You can get your photo taken with him. So
very
hope
nice.
to see everyone there.
Cool. Thanks so much, Nick. All right, we're going to jump right into it. And Brandon and Justin are going to be talking Mobile Help Desk. Hey, guys.
Thanks, Elise. Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining us today. We're sitting here today with Justin. He's one of our test engineers. And we're going to be talking about the Spiceworks Mobile HD. And Justin, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
So can you tell us a little bit about the application and what we can expect?
Sure. So here is Spiceworks HD. And so what you'll see is we talked to a bunch of people out in the community, and we had put out the iPhone and Android versions for the phone before, and they really liked what we had done, but they really wanted something optimized for their tablets. They said, hey, we want something a little bit bigger, something a little more roomy. and we said, okay, let's see what we can do. We didn't want to just upsize what we had before. We said, let's try to do something special for the tablets. So this is what we've settled on so far. It came out, the first version, this morning. The Android version is available out in the community to download. It'll be available for sideload, and then the iPad beta, which is closed, should be starting shortly.
Great. So I'm taking it that this feature came from a lot of feedback in the community. Is that correct?
Yeah, there are a lot of users that just want a little more room. It can get kind of cramped on the phone, and when you're turning your phone sideways trying to type in tickets, the keyboard can take up half the screen. So we thought, hey, let's try something with a little bit more room. Let's see what we can do.
Great. So with this latest version, how does this differ from the previous version that we had out there on the phone?
So now we've added some new features, like you can now view your purchases as part of the tickets. You can kind of see the status of where those purchases are. You can create new purchases from it. You can also edit a lot more than you could previously.
So is this a little bit faster and everything for the users to use it on here as well?
Yeah, since we've kind of streamlined that, it's a lot easier to use now. You're not so cramped in. It's a lot easier to type tickets, kind of get in there, interact with them, get out.
Sounds great. Sounds like there's a lot of great things coming. So one question I have is, can I use this latest version of the Spiceworks Mobile HD on my current phone?
Not on the phones at the moment. Since we went for an optimized view for the tablets, it'll be just on tablets for the time being.
Okay, great. So we're going to be taking some questions here, and so everybody that's watching online, if you'll just submit your questions down below in the chat window, and we're going to jump over and start answering those live in just a few minutes. So back over to Elise.
Hey guys, thanks. Yes, just as a reminder, go ahead and get those questions in. We're going to be answering them and picking the winner. And I don't know if anything odd or unusual has happened in the background yet, but keep an eye out for that as well. I did also want to mention we are going to be having a special edition of The Pepper, which in case you guys have not read that, it's a sort of a spoof on The Onion. And this week's article, this just in, Mother Buys iPhone for Unborn Child. This is in the mobile edition of The Pepper as a special tribute to mobile help desks. Check it out. You can just search for The Pepper in the community and you'll find it. All right, so back to Brandon and Justin for some questions.
Thanks, Elise. So a couple questions. We're going to have some questions that are rolling in here. So one of the first questions I have here, what's your favorite feature that was put into the latest app?
So for me, it wound up being not really even a feature, just that extra room and how much easier it is to get in there and work now. Now that I'm not cramped and just tiny, stuck on a tiny screen, it's a lot nicer to be able to walk around, interact with tickets, and just do my job.
Sounds great. How does the speed differ on this versus what we might see inside of the app on the desktop?
Oh, on the desktop. So it's going to be pretty comparable to what we see on the desktop. In some cases, it might even feel a little faster since we're not loading as much, since it's kind of optimized and streamlined down to this device. It's going to be pretty close to what you're seeing in the desktop. It'll load about as fast and maybe even a little faster than what you're seeing in the desktop. So
great. So we have a question that came in from Buck Rogers, 82. Can non-Spiceworks users access the knowledge base?
Can non-Spiceworks users access the knowledge base?
Yeah, from this, is there anything specific with the mobile app that we have here in being able to access the new knowledge base that's coming out?
Not so far. So that's a good question, and it's something we'll want to look at doing. So what we've got coming up, the current beta that went out only has the help desk functionality. And the future betas coming up, we've got planned the people view and inventory view. So you can either see like all the phone numbers, email addresses, everything for all your users, as well as all the details on your machines. Hey, which machines do I have alerts on? We hadn't really thought about knowledge base yet, and I'm glad they asked. It's something we'll probably consider doing if enough people ask for.
Okay, great. So there you have it. If a lot of you are out there using it and looking for that feature, be sure to post that up in the community, and we'll look at adding that into the app. Okay, next question here comes from GCW2216. Can a help desk ticket be queued against your knowledge base? Sounds like another knowledge base question that we have. Do you have any takes on that?
So from the mobile end, anything, if we're able to do that on the desktop side, you would see that in in the list of comments on the ticket, the same way you'd see notes or purchases. It'll be anything that you can do from anywhere else in the app that affects a help desk ticket. You'll see that directly in the comments for that ticket.
Okay.
But we may have some additional integration we need to do there to make that happen.
So it kind of depends on where we go with knowledge base
Yep.
in general.
Yep.
Okay, sounds good. Next question here comes from Maximilian. Will the Spiceworks HD app look the same for all mobiles?
Gotcha. So it's aside from just some subtle differences in the login screen, we really tried to make it fit in each environment. So we did our best on Android to make it feel like an Android app, on iPad to make it feel like an iPad app. So the login screen, there's some customization for each to make it feel right. And then from there, once you're in, it's pretty much exactly the same on both.
Okay. Is there any ability for a user to perform any customization within there with their help desk portal or anything, or is that not available at this time?
Gotcha. Nothing at the moment. There, no way to customize at the moment. There might also be some people that have heavily customized their help desk with, say, custom ticket forms, that kind of thing. There's none of that yet, but if you're interested in it, let us know, and it's something we can look at tackling.
Okay, great. Next question here looks like comes from Ep4 Dad. Is there a possibility to be able to acknowledge alerts from the new Spiceworks iOS app?
Right now, from the tablet version, we're not quite done with the inventory portion. It'll probably be in the iPhone version. What we did was we gave you a list of your timeline, and you could see them there, and you had to see them directly on the individual devices. So with the mockups we have now, we're trying to make those workflows a bit better so it's easier to see, hey, what are all the machines that do need attention?
Okay.
So it's something we're currently playing with, figure out what works best.
Great. Okay, next question from, looks like BC2. Improved community ability, ICS support. Does that...
Yeah, so I'll tackle the ICS thing first. We've been doing all of our Android testing with ICS to begin with. And so we're expecting that to work out of the box. If it's not working for you, definitely let us know. We'd love to hear about it. And if you're on previous versions of Android, we've not been doing a lot of testing there, so that's a great opportunity for you to give us some feedback and help make it better too. And then the other portion of the question was?
Not sure. They took my question, so I guess we're avoiding that one for right now. But post it back to the community. Let's see here. Got my question back. Improve community ability.
Okay, so it might be a little while before you see the community functionality directly in the iPad app, but we're trying to do something really special for this. In the iPhone version, it was just kind of a list of here are the most recent tickets, but we've got a couple ideas for something special for this.
Okay, great. So to go back real quick to the ICS question, you were talking about features and for people to test out there. Is there anything that the users need to focus on when they're testing or providing feedback into the community for us?
I think mostly just like interact with tickets how you normally would. If something's not there that you want, let us know. That's the big thing. Like we're just trying to figure out what works for everyone. What else do they need that we don't have, or what could we tweak to make it a little faster for you to get in and out?
Okay.
The whole goal is on speed and making it easy to do your job.
Okay, great. Next question. Looks like we have Jay Cook. Will we be able to see our hardware inventory on the iPad app, or I guess the Android version of it?
Yep. On Beta 1, you'll see a skeleton of that, but it's not really planned for testing yet. There'll be a fully fleshed out version of inventory. You'll be able to see all the details of each machine. You'll be able to walk through your whole inventory and then drill into each device and see full details on the device.
Okay. So we can see the software and everything else that's on there?
I think that's planned. Okay. We're still kind of in the deciding how much is too much, trying to decide what to surface. But most of the details of the device we're planning to surface. So.
Okay, great. We have another question from Maximilian. Will you still require opening ports to access our installation from outside of the network?
Yep, so say you're connecting through a VPN, the only ports you'll need open are whatever you'd have to have open to access via a web browser. If you can get to it via a browser, you'll be able to get to it through Spiceworks Mobile HD.
Okay, great. So last question that we have here for today. What versions of the Android are we supporting with this?
Gotcha, so like I said earlier, ICS is what we've been testing with, so we're planning on everything ice cream sandwich or higher should be supported. We're still not quite sure about some of the other versions, so we want to get it, people trying it on a whole bunch of different tablets to find out what's working for them, what's not.
Okay, Great. So thanks, everybody. These are awesome questions that we've been getting from everybody out there in the community. And we're going to kick it back over to Elise.
Cool. Thanks. Great job, guys. All right. Just as a reminder, follow the Spiceworks 6 group in the community to get all the latest on the release. You'll be able to find out how to test, get involved in testing. It's a really important way to help us with the release itself and getting through the beta, and is also a way to make the update as seamless as possible when that is released. So follow the Spiceworks 6 group, and now it's time to see who won the free T-shirt. All right, today's winner is Duck Rogers 82. Sorry, Buck Rogers 82. That would make much more sense than Duck Rogers. Buck Rogers 82. Congratulations, you've won the free T-shirt. I'm going to try to find you on Twitter, or maybe if you can send in your address, PM it to me. That would be great, and we'll make sure you get on the list to get a free T-shirt. Congratulations. And now let's go over to our social media lounge/desk and find out who won the plushie for the unusual sighting. Guys?
Hello, Elise. So today, Alan Hallett won the Spiceworks plushie. So congratulations, Alan.
Excellent. Very fun. All right. Cool. Thanks, guys. All right, that's it for us. We'll see you next week. We're going to be covering Knowledge Base, the #1 requested feature, and a special edition of Spiceworks Live. So be sure to tune in for that next Wednesday at 11 a.m. And here's a quick video of what you can look forward to next week. Thanks. Hey everyone, Elise here. Thanks so much for tuning in to the last live stream on Spiceworks 6. Next time around, we're going to be talking about Knowledge Base, the #1 requested feature, which is now available for beta testing. We're also going to be doing another live Q&A where we're going to get all of your questions answered live on Spiceworks 6. And we're going to be giving away another free T-shirt and some other really cool swag. And it wouldn't be Spiceworks if we weren't having a ton of fun while we were doing it. So tune in Wednesday at 11 a.m. Central Daylight Time. I don't get it. See you there.